doing.
Just when I thought I wasn't going to be really covering anything DCU related because that shit is just an absolute shambles right now, and don't even get me started on the whole Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers. James Gunn manages to drop a new teaser trailer for the upcoming Lanterns on HBO Max, and keep in mind, this teaser trailer was supposed to drop tomorrow as of recording this video, but unfortunately for James Gunn and the House of DC, it looks like this was leaked online and now they had to basically just go ahead and release it. Just release this teaser trailer for yours truly to cover it. And man oh man, do we have quite a bit to cover in today's video. And keep in mind, I was actually in the middle of working on my Scream 7 movie review, which is set to come out sometime later this week or maybe even early next week. But despite all that, I am now here to cover the Lanterns teaser trailer because you know that shit's important and I need the engagement on this channel. I love covering anything DC related and dissecting that shit apart because that's my bread and butter. I'm willing to admit that. It's my bread and butter. Nom nom nom. Delicious. Bitch. And speaking of bitch, or bitches in this case, I need you bitches to go ahead and do your due diligence and like and subscribe to the channel because you are not going to miss out on this certified banger content. And what I also need you motherfuckers to do is actually comment down below and start engaging with the videos. Hit the hype button, hit the hype feature, because that really helps with this video getting pushed onto the algorithm. Not just simply dropping a like and then saying deuces. That helps no one. So stop being a fake ass fan, hit the like button, comment down below, and consider subscribing. Now that I've finally done my due diligence, like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot to cover in today's video, or mainly just my overall reaction, and then the reaction from the audience members, especially the paid shills, because even I know some of those guys are not really fucking with some of the aspects within this teaser trailer. But that's what we're going to cover today, so without further ado, let's get right into the video.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months?
With all due respect, what's with this fucking Home Depot ass music?
And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says you are.
Now, did Hal just refer to Jon Stewart as the substitute teacher because he's black? Did Tom King write this? Oh wait.
Alright.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you.
So, there's a couple things wrong with this, other than the fucking crazy ass training sequence that we just saw there. But Hal basically says earlier that Jon Stewart isn't ready to get up in front of the class until the ring says that he's ready. But I thought the whole point of the Green Lantern was that the ring chooses you for a reason, not that you had to earn your way to get the ring from the very get-go or that necessarily train for it. It's not to necessarily say that you wouldn't train while using a Green Lantern ring, but I just feel like there's something really off about this. And somebody can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about this, but if you're a fan of Green Lantern, you're a Green Lantern nerd, is this something that's more recent in the comics? Is this actually how the training process goes, or how you earn the ring, or how the ring chooses a Green Lantern? Like, can somebody explain that to me in the comments section? Because I've never seen it done this way in the comics or like any other media featuring Green Lantern. But we need to move on.
Something is off here.
Yeah, I agree. It is a little off because you have a show called Lanterns, and yet this show does not take place in outer space, or the cosmos for that matter. No, this show seems to take place in some like little small country town, and it's supposed to give the impression that it's like a Yellowstone type of show or a True Detective type of show. Basically anything that feels far from a show about the Green Lantern Corps or any other corps for that matter.
I can feel it.
This is my town.
Oh, okay. So when Hal Jordan said something felt off, he was talking about racism. And of course, this small town is filled with nothing but evil white people. You know, a trope that hasn't been done to death or anything.
You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Oh, cool. Another TV show where we have to include the boss bitch, who happens to be the sheriff around these parts, who of course happens to have a mouth on her.
I think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
Yeah, 'cause of fucking racism.
This is a stupid plan.
That's stupider.
That I don't doubt.
And I don't doubt that this is the part where things are going to start to go downhill for the character of Hal Jordan, not only just in this teaser trailer, but from what I heard from the show itself. This is going to be a show where they replace Hal Jordan as the main Green Lantern. I believe Jon Stewart is going to be the main Green Lantern throughout this series, because unfortunately, I think they're going to kill Hal Jordan off.
No doubt. The Green Lantern's oath.
Does the Green Lantern's oath come with a cheap looking suit? Because what the fuck is this? Like, where's the green on this suit other than the emblem and maybe the shoulders? Like, why is it predominantly brown? I'm not necessarily going to go over like every little detail about this suit, but the most important takeaway from this is that why is this a suit hanging in a closet? Like, I thought the suits came from the ring itself. Like, that's how they were able to materialize the uniform itself. Like, it's not a costume that you hang up in a closet. Nor is it a suit that's supposed to look cheap, because, like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, there's no serious human being that would have ever approve of this. Unless you're James Gunn, of course.
Is to protect people. We both know I do a better job of this than you.
And there it is, folks. That is the beginning of the end right there for the character of Hal Jordan.
This is my job.
Yeah, but for how long, though?
As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing.
Yeah, but alive for how long? Definitely not the entire series. Oh, nice shot. It reminds me of Yellowstone and how awful and buck-broken and anti-white coded that show was. Bunch of lib shit goy slop.
So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old.
Oh, there it is. He just called him old and he's trying to downplay Hal Jordan's efforts. I know where this shit's going.
You're tired.
Yeah, tired might be an understatement because we know he's getting killed off. We just know it. Oh no. I thought the suit reveal was bad, but this actually might take the cake. Because not only Hal Jordan going into flight mode with his lantern ring looking very cheap, but there's no green trail as he's taking off. Like, where the fuck is that? Like, I feel like every medium outside of the comic books, like every medium that is featured Green Lantern, I feel like they've gotten that aspect right. And even the fucking Lego version of Green Lantern from Lego Batman 2 got this right. And this looks very cheap as well. Like, what the fuck is that? Notice how there's like a pattern going on here with how cheap everything looks.
Your time is up.
Yep, there you go. Keep spelling it out for the audience that Hal Jordan's getting replaced by Jon Stewart. Okay, so not only do we have like Home Depot music, but we're also doing like chants from Wakanda. Like, can we pick a lane here?
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Well, I wouldn't have guessed that because I barely saw any green throughout this trailer.
Have you ever talked with the other lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
So I guess Guy Gardner doesn't exist. I thought this took place in the DCU. What happened to that, you know, everything connecting to one another, all these different projects and movies. Guy Gardner was in Superman, so why don't we get a mention of Guy Gardner? Like, what's that about? Isn't he a human? Now, I did see that Nathan Fillion is returning as Guy Gardner for this show, so I'm wondering if they just did this shit as like a stupid joke because they, you know, they want to drop their F-bombs and say a fucking squirrel. But you know what I think they're going to do for this part? I think they're going to, you know, mention about Guy Gardner because I'm sure Jon Stewart's going to bring up that like, oh, hey, there's a Green Lantern that's with like the Justice Gang or whatever. And Hal Jordan's like, oh, yeah, we don't really acknowledge that guy. I can see them doing that joke. I'm being so dead ass. I can probably bet money they're going to make that joke at the expense of undermining these beloved characters. Because something else to add to this last scene right here with these two interacting with one another. Hal Jordan would not refer to the fucking squirrel, that being Chip, the Green Lantern. He would not refer to him as that because I think Hal Jordan from the comics and even like other mediums outside of the comic books, he has a lot more respect for his fellow Green Lanterns. And I would even say he develops some sort of brotherly bond with a lot of the Lanterns like Kilowog, for example. And he would actually talk to those lanterns. Like, I'm not even the biggest Green Lantern nerd, but I remember from some of the animated movies, they do establish, even like based on the comics, but they establish that the ring gives them the ability to hear other aliens or people outside of like their own species they are able to understand each other in their own language when they equip the ring. Like, that's how they're able to get past that sort of language barrier. But don't expect anything less from these showrunners and even someone like James Gunn, who really doesn't give a shit about the source material. And I've said that multiple times, but it bears repeating that sort of point. But yeah, that was the teaser trailer. And honestly, I didn't really expect any less, other than the fact that we got a glimpse at the suit and Hal Jordan taking off in flight mode, having no green aura or a green trail. It's just, it seems very half-assed, and I feel like a show like this could work if they, actually touched up on the right things and went about it the right way, instead of just doing some typical True Detective type of show with the implementation of Gunn's shitty humor. But of course, as I was reacting to this teaser trailer, even like seeing this teaser trailer before I even, pressed record on this video, I was thinking to myself, like, once I was watching this, or even before watching it, like all the behind the scenes photos and like the interviews, if you were a casual normie and you looked at a show like this, would you have ever guessed that this was about the Green Lantern Corps, or just like the different Lantern Corps? Like, cause like if you look at a show like this, like you probably would have never guessed that unless somebody told you beforehand, or even like the title card shows up and says Lanterns. Like, everything about this just does not feel like a Green Lantern project. It does not feel anything intergalactic related. Like, it feels nothing like that. It's just like a hybrid of True Detective, Yellowstone, or some other drama detective driven show. That's just what it feels like. There's like really no sauce to this. There's not much going for it. And to be fair, they probably just showed the majority of this teaser from like the first episode. I guarantee that's what they're doing, and that's why you're seeing a lot more Hal Jordan, because it's probably going to be the most you're going to see from Hal Jordan is going to be the first episode, and then of course they're probably going to kill him off just based on the dialogue alone in this teaser trailer, and some leaks I've read online that kind of line up with what we're seeing in the teaser trailer. But honestly, despite all of that, I feel like there's just like a lot of potential here that's just being wasted. Like, we have a couple good actors like Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. These two seem like they're a good fit for these characters, but at the same time, I feel like they're being wasted on this shitty material, because I know the material right there is just not good. And even if the show does get into like the intergalactic stuff or the cosmos sort of setting, I guarantee you they're going to haphazardly show those settings, or it's just going to look super cheap, because I think we're also supposed to be getting other Lantern villains like Sinestro and Atrocitus, and maybe some other ones, but we didn't even get to see those guys in the trailer, and I guarantee you their looks are going to look super cheap, or just their appearance, because you could just tell, like, based on the wardrobe and the sort of production quality on the sci-fi elements, you just know they're going to haphazardly do all that, and it's going to look like every other typical James Gunn product within the DCU. And of course, with every DCU product brought to you by Gunn & Company, you're also going to get the typical cope responses, or the overall discourse from the DCU fandom, because they are like coping extremely hard over this teaser trailer, because they know deep down it's extremely disappointing, especially with the suit reveal. You see all these like fandom accounts posting photoshopped edits or even AI edits of Hal Jordan wearing the Green Lantern suit, like just doing everything possible to make this look feasible, but it just doesn't, and they're having a hard time coping with that fact. Especially considering that there have been other movies and TV shows that have done Green Lantern way better than this show is doing, especially with the Green Lantern movie from 2011. Like, I can't tell you how many revisionist type of people are coping with the fact that movie looks way better than this show, like saying like, oh, you know what, maybe I judged Green Lantern too harshly from 2011. Like, you're seeing a lot of revisionist behavior going on, and I think that aspect to it is very funny. And of course, we're bringing back Zack Snyder's Justice League and showing how the Green Lanterns were portrayed in that movie. And even like, since Jon Stewart wasn't featured in that movie, like it was in a deleted scene, and people are showcasing that one photo that Zack Snyder posted many years ago with Jon Stewart displaying the Green Lantern ring. And of course, the fact that he filmed that scene like in his driveway with a few green screens, and he made that shit look feasible. Or, to add insult to injury, even the CW got Green Lantern right, or at least the practical elements or the visual aesthetic. And something else that I thought was really funny that I saw online was Mr. High Top Films right here, Batman doesn't kill, he never kills, because that goes against his character, that goes against the comics. Yeah, Mr. Comic Book Accuracy here. He actually displayed his hypocrisy by showing that he actually never cared about comic book accuracy, and only that a show is good, or however he states it in this tweet. But I think he's only saying this because he actually went into debt making his little Red Hood fan film, which I'm going to completely shit on. I know that shit's going to be ass, and I can't wait to dissect that piece of shit when it releases on YouTube. But I digress. But I just want to say all that to say that a lot of these comic book purists, they're showing their hypocrisy in real time. The fact that they actually never really cared for the comic book accuracy, and they just hated Zack Snyder's work, or any work that came before his, anything to feature Green Lantern, or just like any other comic book project. These people don't give a shit about anything. It's all a big game to them, and their hypocrisy is blown up in their faces. And we warned these people that the DCU was going to be done this way, that it was just going to be a cheap imitation of what came before, and that there was going to be no real sauce to this. There was going to be no real weight. It was just going to be an MCU copycat, but just without any sort of flavor or any sort of gravitas. Like, you were just going to get shit from the very get-go. And many of us, like myself, tried to warn you that that was going to happen. And all I can say is, you get what you fucking deserve. But with all that being said, folks, that's going to do it for today's video. So if you actually liked today's reaction and you like my content, go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to miss out on certified future bangers. I mean, you're just not going to miss out on that. And additionally, if you liked the video itself, I have plenty more videos like this one. I do a lot of reaction type of content when it comes to movie trailers, and I do movie reviews and sometimes cover TV shows and video games. I'll make sure to leave some links throughout the video so you can go check those videos out if you like this content. And if you like today's video, please comment down below and hit the hype feature. Make sure you're engaging with the content so that it helps with the YouTube algorithm, because the YouTube algorithm itself has kind of changed recently, and it's a bit wonky these days. And I'm sure you've noticed that with your recommendation page or your home page, that you're seeing a lot of videos that you've already seen. They're recommending you the same shit that you don't want to see. So hopefully when you like this video and you comment down below, that's going to really help with the engagement, and that this video gets pushed out to the masses on YouTube, and a smaller channel like mine gets some more exposure. That it would be greatly appreciated, but only do that if you really enjoyed the content today. But with all that being said, folks, that's going to do it from yours truly. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. I'll be sure to make more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. So goodbye.
For now.